Hey everyone, so I'm coming back to this Copper and Cask small batch series cigar blend bourbon whiskey. I'm not a cigar drinker, although I do like an occasional cigar, but I have not yet paired this or even the Penelope Cigar Sessions, another cigar blend I have, with a cigar. But in particular, I wanted to come back to this because I did review a couple of times and finish the Copper and Cask. It was a Wegmans small batch series. But this one also got at Wegmans. This is actually very interesting. I think when I had it the first time, it was a little different for me, and I wanted to kind of come back to it and give it another shot. What's interesting, first of all, I think Copper and Cask makes some very, very unique and good expressions. This is finished in Armagnac, Port, Cognac, and Sherry cask. So you got a lot of different types of finishes there. This is batch 13, as it says on here, aged 8 years, 118.2 proof. It is a barrel proof. This was bottled September 2025, batch size, 41 barrels, non-chill filtered, and it is distilled in Indiana. It's an MGP product. What's interesting with this and other Copper and Cask is they got their blends, or they use like a low rye and a high rye mash bill. The low rye of this I think is 21% of the barrels, and the high rye, that can't be right, 36%. Basically, it's a mixture of the low rye and high rye barrels. And the low rye mash bill is 75 corn, 21 rye, 4 malted barley. And the high rye is 60 corn, 36 rye, 4 malted barley. So they use a combination of those. They don't have the exact combinations, but the point is that that's what I saw they do in the original. They use the combinations of low and high rye bourbon. So I really like the first one, and I want to come back to this, give this another shot. I'm going to pour it up right here. Let's give this a nose. It's really a nice nose, actually. Get some influence of these various finishes, but there's a lot going on here. And the assumption is this should be good to pair with a cigar. May have to try that. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. I guess right off the bat, I think I like this a lot more when I had it the first time. Not that I didn't like it, but I guess some of the times with some of these finishes, this gets a little different for me. And you have four different ones here, but I like the way this works. There's a lot of I would say a lot of fruit influence in terms of these finishes, which probably makes sense. Certainly with two of the four, have a wine type finish with port and the sherry. This is quite good. I got to tell you something. I see this. The only place I've seen this is in Wegmans. I think you can order it from them also, from Copper and Cask, I believe, and other sites. But they have this, the original, their small batch series, and the numbers on there show the different types of expressions. They also have a double oak. I think that might be 14. But Copper and Cask, not because the small batch was like $45. This was more, but some of the most really original and really well put together expressions. Copper and Cask, small batch series. This is the cigar blend, double oak, small batch. If you see one of these, I would definitely give it a shot, depending on which expression you like the most. And as a quick follow up here before we finish, I'd like to put this against the Penelope Cigar Sessions. Here we go. Now, this is the Penelope Cigar Sessions #1. This one's going for some fairly not insane prices, but I've seen this for upwards of $90. I got this for less than that, but probably not much less. And this is 101 proof. Let's give this a nose. A little more like butterscotch on there. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. This is a little bit of a deeper type flavor. There's no finishes as far as like these different casks. That doesn't happen in here. Put them side by side. I'll do the Copper and Cask and the Penelope. They're both really good, although different. Although in theory they're both supposed to pair with a cigar. I would say this. I mean, I do think, depending where you are, not that these are available on every shelf, either one of them, but I would say I probably have seen this Penelope Cigar Sessions at this point now more than this. But I think now this is not, it's not totally cheap, but I think this is definitely less than this, at least in New Jersey. This was upwards of 90, although I've seen it for less. And this is, I would like to say it was in the 60 or something like that, somewhere in that range. So this is definitely less, more proof, So I think if you see these next to each other, I mean, the better value is certainly going to be the copper and cask. But I think you might see the Penelope more. Let's do this one more time, side by side. They're both really good. I got to be honest with you. I might lean to the copper and cask in this one, even though it's the one that's less likely. It's probably less money than this, even though it's less available. So the point is, I'm really just getting into this type of expression with the cigar blend. I will tell you, when I was in the Kentucky Bourbon Festival last September, I tried a bunch of cigar blends from different craft distilleries, and some of them were really good, but I just don't see them, and I probably should have bought them. But either one of these, really good, more available. This one, better price, maybe the better all-around value, copper and cask. Cheers.